Hey, howdy everyone, Velocity here, back in action to see if the president values lives attraction. That's right, we need the president as a witness because he's the only other person there that might have seen something going on between some bullets and some possible misfootings too. Hehe. I see. Mr. President, what sort of man leaves another to die on his behalf? Mr. President! Stop it! Take it easy! Hey! Still nothing. Still nothing. Come on, Detective Gumshoe. Ah! What? The lights! My apologies, Mr. Prosecutor, but I wouldn't try anything if I were you. It seems I am unable to reach the president, even with Mr. Knightley's life. Stop! Ah! Hey, the killer, you! However, I have already seen the truth. Where is he? Whoa! I leave the rest in your hands, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh! Oh, dang! Mr. Edgeworth! Detective Gumshoe. Mr. Edgeworth, sir! March 25th, 4:45 p.m. President's plane office. Did I pass out? Mr. Edgeworth, thank goodness you're safe. Mr. Edgeworth, are you okay? Hey, what about you? I just woke up myself. My head's throbbing a bit, but it's no big deal. Detective Gumshoe, what happened to the killer? Miss Swift came running out of the plane. She told us the killer made a run for her, but... we were too late, sir. We heard from that bodyguard. The emergency lifeboat over there had been stolen. It's probably on the other side of the lake by now, sir. Didn't you see him off the park? The police were all called back to surround the plane. Right now, there's no one guard on the opposite shore. That means he succeeded in giving us the slip. Just seems that way, sir. Mr. Prosecutor. Lawrence Knightley. It seems you also made a narrow escape. Yeah, that sucked. That punk. Come to think of it. We found this near, where you fell, sir. This is the killer's calling card. Looks like a message from them. Has dropped it, as he fled. Embellish with a shell symbol. Cause he's Shelly the killer. He's a little shell. He always leaves his card next to his victim's body. You're not dead, sir. Perhaps this signifies something similar to a killing. Which reminds me, the last thing he said still bothers me. However, I have already seen the truth. You leave the rest in your hands, Mr. Prosecutor. In the truth. What did he mean? Yeah, safe now. What was that? The president will be making his entrance now. The president? He's here! Oh, and he's not queer. No queer person will wear that. Just saying right now. This is gaudy as fuck. That tie? With those muscles? Mm-mm. Also, if you're wondering, you wear bow ties if you have big muscles. It just works out better. This man is the president of Zheng Fa, the Zheng Heng. You are? It's an honor to meet you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecutor. I am De Zheng Heng. I have heard of your deeds. You saved my country from a great crisis. Referring to the Yagatarasu case. We're simply solving a murder, nothing more. Such modesty. I have been observing your investigation. An astounding performance, despite allowing the killer to get away. Thank you very much. But he was watching through the security cameras. However, I regret that it ends here. What do you mean? Heed my words, foolish prosecutor. You should have already been informed by Knightley. This investigation will be handed over to the esteemed police force of Zheng Fa. Now that the killer is gone, they intended to take over the investigation. Hey pal, what are you doing? And what's with that attitude? It's because of the killer and Mr. Edgeworth that... Enough, detective. Mr. President, I cannot agree to this. Why must this investigation be handed over to your country's police? Why, you say? Know your place, puny prosecutor. Must I explain my actions? Nay, I think not. You shall hand over all the evidence you've found so far, and leave this plane at once. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, be a good boy and do as you're told. I cannot resist any longer. All the evidence handed over to Knightley. Why? Why won't he let me allow to investigate this case any further? Now then, would you kindly take your leave? Knightley, place the suspect under firm restriction. I'm on it, Mr. President. An attempt on my life, the murder of my subordinate. Such evil, such sin. I didn't kill nobody. I swear. Shut your trap, lady. You dare question me. You dare stain this world with deceit. Should we pardon this sin? Nay, absolutely not. It is most unforgivable. My reasons being... It's no mistake. The president is hiding something. Did he fake his own assassination attempt? I think that's the case. I turn back now. The truth would be lost forever. Mr. Edgeworth! Mr. Edgeworth, is there anything you could do? I remember the countless times I faced this dilemma in the courtroom. The lies of the witness, the rebuttals of the defense. Not always have evidence to counter them. Nonetheless, still able to draw out the truth from them. Right. My words alone are my weapons. Oh, it's all chesticating. Now then, let's analyze the situation. Leave this place at once. This is a direct order from the president himself. I'm even listening. Any rebuttal I give, he cuts off. When he has that forceful attitude, I'll need to watch the situation carefully. My opponent is the president of Zheng Fa. I don't think he'll show any weakness easily. His words may be overbearing, but I need to not be intimidated. I observe his behavior closely. I should be able to read his emotions. First, I'll start by asking about his reasons for taking over the investigation. Now, let's begin. A good opening line will put me at an advantage. Logic chess, begin. Let's go. Yeah, who's taking over the investigation? Please allow me to confirm something about the... Nay, I don't recall granting you permission to speak. No, allow me to speak freely. Haven't you realized it yet? I have you cornered. Oh no, this was not... Oof. Blarg. I might suck at these. Plus, I should be able... Yes, I was trying to. Who's taking over the investigation? Wait and see. I am the president of Zheng Fa. You shall not talk back to me. I'm not talking back. I'm simply asking for confirmation. This investigation will be taken over by the police of your country, is that correct? Exactly. This is all I will say. Restrain yourself from making any more unnecessary comments. You think I will restrain myself? That's enough. Being on this plane is tantamount to being on my country's soil. Do not do as you please. This plane? Is there something significant about this place? Should remember this clue. Explain your reasons? I'd like you to explain your reasons for depriving us of our right to investigate. Ignorant fool, hold your tongue! There is no reason. That should be enough of an explanation for you. Perhaps that clue may be useful here. Gathering from what you said so far, does that forceful attitude of yours have some connection to this place? You insolent. Earlier you said that being on this plane is like being on your country's soil. From those words, I was able to deduce the answer. Namely, that is, you wish to claim extraterritorial rights inside this plane. Am I correct? That's enough. I shall brook no one's ills. Got him. Your words are forceful, but I cannot overlook them. The moment I mention extraterritorial rights, your face grew pale. He doesn't have them. If you're on a plane, that doesn't matter. He literally has to be recognized by the actual country. He has no authority here. He has to ask for authority back, effectively. In light of your bracing courage, I shall grant you an answer. That's right. I am claiming extraterritorial rights inside this plane. However, what does that change? You are still powerless. There's nothing you could do about it. I see. Under international law, the plane would be considered part of Zheng Fa. Convenient. If he wishes to stake his claim, then I shall question its validity. Hey, it's up again. The next move will decide the outcome. He may be the president, but there's a hole in his logic. We break it wide open. Yeah, aren't you being too forceful? Permit me to say this. Don't you feel that your actions are too forceful? Who asked for your opinion? All you need to do is obey. You think I will obey you? Yeah, that's kind of weird, fam. I mean, oh, no. God dang it. It's just like, because he's not a subject. That's the reason why I'm kind of like, he does not need to obey. Forceful is the wrong word. It is authority. Leadership. You arrested Miss Swift because you felt you had the authority to do so? Yes, that girl is a criminal. There is no room for dispute. You're right, she's a criminal. God dang it. No, I might die on this. No. I'm sure that's where I have to go, though. Come on, give it to me. The shooting took place outside the plane. Only she could have done it. That's it. The shooting occurred outside the plane. This could be a very important clue. I challenge the validity of your claim to exterior rights. Do you truly understand? What is your saying? Of course, I stand by it. You dare doubt my words. You have no shame. Wait and see. Just irredeemable ignorance. It troubles me greatly. There's no need to worry. I do not need to be saved. It is Miss Swift whom I wish to save from these false charges that you have laid against her. I admire your tenacity. However, your wish is unattainable. The extraterritorial rights laws are unshakable. This plane is Zheng Fa territory. Time to use that clue. Yep. Indeed. I do not question your extraterritorial rights inside this plane. However, you just claimed that the shooting took place outside the plane. Yes, it didn't happen inside the plane. Exterior rights laws do not apply. Your claim has fallen apart. This Swiss arrest is invalid. Impossible! To be bested by a mere prosecutor. I am the president! Checkmate, Mr. President. I really need to be, like, more weighty about my logic chest. And that's my problem. I'm too gun-ho. I wanna go. Mr. President, would you allow me to continue with our investigation? I yield. I will allow it. My heart is generous. My heart is tolerant and merciful. Therefore, as such, certainly, thus we shall... It is our duty for a most noble cause. Gentlemen, now is the time. I, the President of Zheng Fa, for the sake of the investigation. This guy sure likes speeding around the bush. He is in speech talk. Nightly, we have received the President's permission. You return our evidence. Here. You did it, Mr. Edgeworth! Indeed. Now we're gonna resume the investigation. It's funny how how happy you are just because I gave you your precious pieces back. Now let's see how well you use them. Pay attention then. Here is my next move. Mr. President, may I make one more request of you? Would you please testify about the moment of the incident? Testify? Hey, hold on a second. That's your next move? That sort of thing you lead to in the courts? Naturally, it's a courtroom procedure. However, I'd still like to hear what he has to say. If he refuses to cooperate with the investigation, he will have to give a clear reason. That's... Is there something wrong? Knightley, stand down. I shall grant the Honorable Prosecutor's request. I thank you for your cooperation. Now heed my words. What? His testimony's here. Where was I when the incident occurred? Yes, the stage. Then, Rookie and Knightley suddenly appeared and stood in front of me. After that, I heard a gunshot and a red balloon bursting. And so, those two attempted to escort me into the plane. But then, the second gunshot. The bullet pierced through Rookie's body and struck my bulletproof vest. If that's the case, then the president's a victim too, right? It was an assassination attempt. Mr. Rookie, just happened to get caught in front of it. Unfortunately. But isn't it strange? Why would the victim want to interrupt the investigation? Of course. If this becomes public, it will cause problems. I see. There's some deep dark secret behind this case, right? Certainly the president and perhaps Knightley too know of this secret. Without fail, I shall reveal it for all to see. Reboot. Okay, let's go ahead and poop. Are you aware of just how serious this incident is? You naive man. Do you think I would be perturbed by that question? Of course I am well aware that a coward attempted to shoot me. At the time, I was on the stage delivering my speech. Okay, suddenly appeared. Do you realize that there was a shooter when they appeared in front of you? What was I doing at the time? Ah, yes. The speech. During my speech, I was in a euphoric state. A state of nothingness and enlightenment. So, you got nervous and you blinked out? Nay, I have not forgotten the single occurrence that transpired during my speech. When Rookie and Knightley appeared in front of me, I was surprised. Gunshot and red balloon. This is the thing that confuses me the most, because I'm pretty sure there's no red balloon. A red balloon? You try my patience, prosecutor. That was not my intention. I just wanted to make sure your recollections are reliable. There were balloons on both sides of the stage, swirling red in the cloudy sky, as laid out in the security plan. The security plans? Oh, the one for the bag. They stepped in front of me just before the balloon burst. Heard gunshots and a red balloon burst. See, the thing is that we have that samurai thing. And that's not so red. It's a steel samurai balloon. But there might be something else here that we may need. Attempting to escort you. What actually happened? That's right, attempted. Rookie and Knightley raised their attaché cases. That's the moment shown in case photo. They led me toward the plane. And then the second gunshot. What happened after the second gunshot? Pitiful prosecutor! If you don't know that much, you're not fit for duty. What's that supposed to mean? I grow weary of needless repetition. It should be quite obvious. Even you should know the path of the second bullet. Okay. When the bullet hit, what condition was the victim in? Oh, He was truly a man among men. Still groaning from the bullet's impact, he grabbed hold of me and dashed into the plane. So you enter the plane along with the victim. I am to be protected. Rookie was to protect me. That was his role. Speaks firmly, but it feels like he's just dodging the question, sir. He's a president. That's to be expected. There doesn't seem to be anything out of place. Since he's also a victim, he wouldn't have a reason to lie, sir. So, what he said should be nothing but the truth. On the contrary, there's one point that stands out to me as odd. Try to recall the state of the crime scene. Eh? Really? Show me the evidence! Guess I should review it one more time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the balloon incident. Because it's not red, it's a steel samurai, it's specifically that. It looks kinda red, but it's not red. That's the thing that gets me about this. Everything else, like we have the plans, and the bullet trajectory should be here. But he didn't mention the bullet trajectory in any of his other stuff. And that's what I was looking for, to see if he's going to mention something else. So that's going to be somewhere else in there. The second gunshot pierced through. This is true. We know it to be true. But yeah, this would have to be the second one. So we need to actually go ahead. There's only the balloon. Only the balloon. That is different from the rest that he's saying. The rest feels like it. No, I didn't want to press it. I wanted to actually. I wanted to percent. Please. Okay. Gonna get you. Gonna get you. A red balloon burst. I'm afraid that's not the case. What? Please have a look at this piece of evidence. Can you see what has bursted? This is... what exactly? It's the Steel Samurai, a warrior of Ni-Oldi Tokyo. You do well to remember it. If you wish to win the support of this nation's people... Edgeworth seriously said how much of a fanboy he is by saying that you have to support Steel Samurai in order to support his country. The man has argued on the internet, and you know he has, about the importance of Steel Samurai. And I will never ever, like, live that down. It's just too funny to me. Don't forget the rival show, the Jammin' Ninja. The balloon that was ruptured by the bullet was no ordinary red balloon. It was a Steel Samurai balloon. But according to the plans, there should have been 2 red balloons. It says so right here, in this security plan. Alright, it looks like there are only 2 round balloons drawn here. Nicely. What is the meaning of this? Explain at once. Yes, sir. The Steel Samurai balloon was a last-minute replacement. Replacement? That's why we were told. Seems that information didn't make it to the president. We ran into a little trouble during setup last night. One of the balloons that we had prepared burst. So you scrambled to find a replacement? Exactly. We just happened to run into a guy manning a stinging in the bark. He said he'd lend us a Steel Samurai balloon. He was kind of a poser. A Steel Samurai balloon, and a poser. We pump air into the red samurai's pants to create a makeshift balloon. Steel steel samurai balloon looked just like an ordinary red balloon. Is that what you mean? Knightley, why was I not informed of this? Sir, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't think it was important enough to report. Can you tell by just looking at it? I did not notice it. So you mistook the steel samurai's pants for an ordinary balloon. Was there a reason why you made that mistake? Oh! What now? A moment, please. I just remembered now. I could not see the balloon very well. You couldn't see it? Exactly. At the time, the wind was strong. The flags on the stage were fluttering wildly, and they distorted my view. The flags. Do you not see the flags that were set up on both sides of the stage? Due to the strong wind, they were waving about, just like this. So a strong wind was blowing at the time of the incident. The flags were fluttering wildly. Is there a problem with that? I don't think there's an actual problem with it, but yeah, right there. This was hit. They were both hit. There's no way that it could be the case. There is, in fact, a problem. President Hung, you have my gratitude. Your testimony has helped uncover a new contradiction. A contradiction, you say? Yes, one that turns the very foundation of this case on its head. During my investigation, there was no wind at the crime scene, so the flags remained still. However, the flags were actually fluttering in the strong wind. This completely changes the meaning of that piece of evidence. What evidence does this contradict? Whack! The gunshot rang out during the president's speech. The bullet struck the balloon and also pierced through the national flag. I had previously deduced the bullet's trajectory using these facts. Nope. The assassin fired the bullet from the left side of the audience area. However, if the flags were fluttering around like so, my reasoning changes. Dun dun. From there. Ah, since the flag's position has changed. Oh, did Knightley do this? Correct. The bullet's trajectory must also change. And if we trace the trajectory of the bullet, we could tell who fired the shot. But Mr. Edgeworth, that person is... Indeed. Still don't understand why. However, it could be none other than him. It's gotta be the Knightsters. It's Knighterino. Knight Coupretons. The person who shot the balloon was none other than you, Horace Knightley. What? Connect the bullets in the balloon and the flag, and the line points to you. Dun dun dun. He was either firing at somebody, or something was being, like, there for a distraction. But that guy's one of the president's bodyguards. Why would he have, shot a steel samurai balloon, sir? Preposterous. I agree with the detective. There is no reason. Are you saying Knightley, who has saved my life numerous occasions, he's an assassin? Prosecutor Edgeworth, if I had it up to here with you, my job is to protect the president. Knightley, control yourself. Sorry, sir. Prosecutor, indeed the wind was strong during my speech. However, the wind strength can change very quickly. Evidence! show us evidence that the flag was flying at the moment of the gunshot. The gunshot occurred at the moment the president raised his fist in the sky. The evidence that shows this moment is... Do I have something that shows the state of the flag? Do I? Not shown there. Yep, right there. I have it. It's right. This is the flag. Look! His arm isn't covered! You don't see what he's doing! Jacques Shoes! The evidence is in this photo. Interesting. And where is this photo exactly? The flag was flying in this photo. Right here. Don't you see? The fluttering flag can be seen in this photo. No! There's no mistaking that the flag was flying at the moment of the incident. So then, it was really that guy who shot the balloon. That wouldn't mean Mr. Knightley's the assassin. Lawrence Knightley is... I don't think he is. Not necessarily. This specifically does not prove it. It does prove some wacky shit, though. So I'm gonna say not. Lawrence Knightley is not the assassin. The only thing he shot was a balloon on the opposite side of the president. He wasn't aiming at the president. Why then? Why was it necessary for me to do a thing like that? Depending on your answer, I might take aim at your pretty little head. Why was it necessary? I presume the reason is connected to the one thing that's felt out of place. The one who shot the balloon was the president's bodyguard, Knightley. That fact will change the entire viewpoint of this case. Assassination attempt. The president was targeted during his speech. This was likely a premeditated crime. His head couldn't turn right. Plans were altered so he could stand in that position. Trajectory shows that Knightley shot the balloon on the right side, but he can't really turn. That's the thing that gets me, is that he can't really turn. Couldn't turn right. Knightley shot the balloon. Like, these two are logical. What if we connect those two really quick? Yeah, cool. How was Knightley's position changed? Because I can't turn my head to the right. My position got changed to the president's left side. In other words, I was relocated to the right side of the stage. That's really the only reason. If the plans had not changed, and Knightley remained on the left side of the stage, Knightley can't turn his head to the right. Would he have been able to aim at the balloon at the left side of the stage? Perhaps security plans were altered so that Knightley could shoot the balloon. If that's the case... What's this? The details in the security plans were changed? Yeah, that's right. It was changed yesterday. President's orders. Security plans were changed on the president's orders. By the president. Was this done so Knightley could shoot the balloon? I'm telling you, the president did it himself. Here we are. Change of the security plans. The president did it himself. And we'll find out exactly why. Next time